the more you are talked about, the less powerful you become, meaning we do not always become powerful, influential, dominant in our social circles or on a societal level if we're always talked about and discussed and examined from our character, mentality, and action perspectives, and also in terms of our knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, etc. But we actually degrade, degenerate, and devolve in the public perception, and we also lose sometimes our significance, worth, meaning, and our remaining value if we're talked much more than we should, or if we're always discussed and talked about in the public, then our value deteriorates and we become subordinate and inferior to the other people in the society if they're always talking about our character, integrity, morality, or our ethics, actions, behaviors that maybe or may not always be good, right, intelligent, moral, authentic, meaningful, etc. So the problem could be anything, but the thing is, we must not always be talked about or discussed frequently or necessarily by the masses or by the other people in the society, because they could be saying anything, they could be discussing anything regarding our character, mentality, perception, and action. So we must always try to be in a position of moderation, balance, morality, maturity, and responsibility and sincerity that we're able to develop and execute not just in our internal environments and domestic conditions, but also in our external environments. When we go out in the public, we are able to basically be actually and literally responsible, sincere, cautious, wise, intelligent, real, righteous, and meaningful, so that there is no scope for anyone in the society or in the world to offer any criticism or condemnation regarding our character, or to criticize us or violate our sovereignty, individual liberty, and personal freedom, etc. But when we are always talked about, then that is not always an implication or indication of our great admiration, character, integrity, morality, virtue, ethics, etc. So it's not always about our greatness that people always allude to or that they talk about, but the people in the society always remember, try to critique us, and they also always try to penetrate and pierce and get into our skin through constant provocations and criticisms and condemnations that obviously does not make sense, or they make or may not make sense or reason, but the thing is, they always do so, and they always criticize us because they may not be able to tolerate what we do, but we may also be wrong personally or individually.